Something strange happens when a conversation refuses to behave. It doesn't start, it drops you in, mid-thought, mid-chaos, like you've opened a door you weren't meant to find. There's someone under a desk, wires everywhere, half a joke hanging in the air, and somehow, it all makes sense. Or at least, it feels like it should. Because beneath the randomness, there's a pattern. How we joke, what we're allowed to say, what suddenly becomes dangerous. And before you realize it, you're not just listening anymore. You're inside the conversation itself, where humor, discomfort, and truth collide in the most unpredictable way imaginable. The strange thing about chaotic conversations is that they often reveal more truth than the carefully structured ones. When people stop performing and just talk, something slips through, something honest, unfiltered, and a little bit dangerous. And that's exactly where this whole thing begins. Because 1 second, it's harmless chaos. Someone half under a desk fixing wires, someone else casually roasting them. And the next, the conversation takes a turn that nobody planned, but everyone somehow follows. It drifts almost accidentally into territory people usually avoid. Humor, culture, what you can say, and what happens when you say the wrong thing. And it starts with something so small, it almost feels ridiculous. A name. Just a simple name being read out loud. But in that moment, something flips. A voice changes slightly, an accent slips in, unintentional, instinctive, and suddenly, there's that immediate jolt of awareness, that oh no feeling. The kind where your brain catches up half a second too late and goes, you shouldn't have done that. And what's fascinating isn't just the mistake, it's the reaction that follows. Because now the conversation isn't about the name anymore, it's about the invisible rules. The ones nobody clearly explains, but everyone somehow knows exist. The ones that change depending on who's speaking, who's listening, and who might be offended. And here's where it gets interesting. There's this unspoken hierarchy in humor now. A strange, shifting landscape where some jokes are harmless, others are career-ending, and most sit in this uncomfortable gray area where nobody's quite sure anymore. You can feel it in the hesitation, in the way people double-check themselves mid-sentence, in how laughter sometimes comes with a side of guilt. But at the same time, people still want to laugh. That's the contradiction. Because humor has always been about crossing lines, about saying the thing you're not supposed to say, but in a way that releases tension instead of creating it. It's a social pressure valve.